Race 5 is the second and final of the all-weather races on Sunday's program. It is a 1200 metre Class 4. Happy Tango, top of the book. He's got his best races over this course and distance. Super Win Dragon carries an extra £4 for his last start, second behind Lady First. Prosperous Win, a wider draw following that debut second. Celestial Steed, first look at the all-weather. Lady First, he's a last start winner but carries an extra £9 here. Super Class goes from the 1000 turf to the 1200 metres all-weather. Wisdom Patch, last start winner, plus £8. Better draw for E-Brother, and Smart Folks has placed his last two course and distance but comes up with barrier number 12. Who speeds along in the lead here, Tom?
Yeah, Happy Tango, he likes to be forward, and Smart Folks, he's another one. He comes across from barrier 12, hopefully. Super Class, he actually led in a recent barrier trial. He's drawn barrier 8, and then with him as well, Paul, you've got Celestial Steed and E-Brother out of barrier 2.
Yeah, Prosperous Win had a really tough run last time and ran second. He might get a tough run again. But he might get a bit of cover this time. Super Class did lead in a recent trial, so I think he'll probably try and go forward.
Well, Prosperous Win is where we're going to focus a little further attention on right now, because Tom ventured out to track work yesterday morning and tracked down his rider, Ruin Meyer.
Ruin Prosperous Win the other day on the all-weather course and distance. He covered a bit of ground. The ground was wet, slow. How impressed were you with what he showed?
Yes, I believe in this horse because before I did a few trials before he first started, and I felt he's have a good ability. So when I rode him with a very confident. But in the start he jumped and the two horses bumped him a bit, so that's why he sit back and I try to improve, and he does a nicer start, you know.
How did he handle that wet, slow track?
I believe he handled well because I worked him yesterday. He's feeling good. I believe he improved because usually after first start the horse get more experience, you know, more form. So I believe he'll do again very nice running.
What about a good track, even the turf? Do you think he'd handle the turf in time?
I believe because I did trial before in the turf track. It gave me a good feeling, so I believe.
How do you see the race unfolding for him? He is drawn a little bit wide, but we know you can sit wide on the all-weather track and still perform well.
Yes, I believe this time barrier 10, I couldn't jump happy with him. I tried to sit midfield. If I find cover, should be better for him. And he's more confident, more form. He can hit the line very stronger.
We've only got about 12 meetings left to go in the season. Are you happy with the way things have unfolded this time around?
Yeah, I'm sure, because I'm very glad. I'm very happy for the great season I'm doing. 23 winners already, and just big thanks for the trainers giving me good support.
Does it justify your decision? You were thinking about going, but justify your decision to stay?
No, I doesn't believe it, because in the early stage a bit tough for me. But I spoke with my wife about, and I couldn't give up too early, you know, until try more hard. So that's why I took this decision to stay a bit more longer.
And he's here right throughout the rest of the season as Ruin Meyer. I'm pretty sure glad that he did stay as well. All right, tell me, move on. Lady First. Finally won again, now 2 from 56. He couldn't go back-to-back, could he?
I put the question mark in my little book here saying 2 in a row. I don't think it's possible, Paul, but it was quite an easy win on this occasion from him.
Yeah, look, this is a surface. Both wins have been on the all-weather, and he has had limited starts, 13 or 12 or 13. This will be his 13th on it. So, look, his record on the all-weathers are not bad, but I couldn't have him go 2 in a row, unfortunately.
He was at 11-1 when he won that night. 10-1 actually beat Super Win Dragon, who he does race again this week. Finally, Paul, Super Class. First race day appearance on this surface. Some of his trials have looked quite good on it, though, including this one.
Yeah, he's by Headwater. He's drawn barrier 8, so they might press forward, but Smart Folks and Happy Tango are noted leaders. That's just what's going to make it a little bit tricky for him. So I just want to see what he can do on on race day.
Yeah, he led in the trial pretty easily here and didn't get too much pressure, and won it quite nicely over the concluding stages there, just sort of hacking up towards the line there was Super Class. He's put on £20, so he's up a little bit in body weight here, but might not be a bad thing for him.
Pretty even field here, Paul. Who'd you settle for?
Went for Prosperous Win, Ruin Meyer's ride there. It was a tough run, and he really stayed on nicely last time. And look, he's a natural improvement. He'll be a little bit fitter for that as well. Wisdom Patch, he got back, he hit the line strongly. E-Brother's still a maiden from his starts, but look, he'll be right on the pace. He'll get the right run from barrier 2. And Super Wind Dragon is getting there slowly. He'll get back. He'll want a bit of pace on, but he might get it in this race with Happy Tango in the race. 3, 8, 10, 2.
Same 4 numbers, just in a different order with, though, a Prosperous Win on top here for Ruan Meyer and Ricky Yu. You can sit wide on the all-weather and cover ground and still perform well. He did that first up. E-Brother goes in, drawn nicely. Super Wind Dragon, he's put on a bit of weight, up 28 pounds. He was no match for the winner last time out. Prior to his last effort, he'd won a barrier trial by 6 lengths, so I think he's going well enough. And Wisdom Patch, the last winner who got up in the shadows. So 3, 10, 2 and 8.
There's the preview for the second and the final of the all-weather races. It also is the first leg of Sunday's 6 Up.